Imagine this: over 100 settlers vanish from an entire colony. No bodies, no clues, just a single word carved into a tree: CROATOAN. It's one of the oldest unsolved mysteries in American history. Who were these people? Why did they disappear? And why does no one know for sure what happened to them? This is the haunting story of the Lost Colony of Roanoke, a tale that has baffled historians, inspired ghost stories, and left behind more questions than answers. It began with ambition. In 1584, Queen Elizabeth I granted Sir Walter Raleigh a charter to establish a colony in North America. His goal? Expand England's influence and search for wealth in the New World. The location chosen: Roanoke Island, off present-day North Carolina. 2 exploratory missions scouted the area, establishing initial contact with the native tribes. The land was lush but remote, vulnerable to storms and hard to resupply. Still, Raleigh pushed ahead. In 1587, John White, a friend of Raleigh, led 115 settlers to establish a permanent colony. Among them were families, children, and White's own pregnant daughter, Eleanor Dare. Shortly after landing, Eleanor gave birth to Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas. Roanoke was far from paradise. Food ran low. Relations with the local tribes soured, and the settlers, unfamiliar with the land, grew desperate. In a fateful decision, John White sailed back to England for more supplies, promising to return quickly. But when White arrived, England was on the brink of war with Spain. Queen Elizabeth commandeered all available ships to defend the homeland. White's return was delayed, not for weeks, but for 3 years. When John White finally returned on August 18, 1590, his granddaughter Virginia's 3rd birthday, the colony was deserted. No people, no signs of struggle, just weathered ruins and a single word carved into a post: CROATOAN. White had instructed the settlers to carve a cross if they were forced to leave by danger, but there was no cross. This suggested they had left willingly, but to where? White believed they had moved to CROATOAN Island, now known as Hatteras Island. But bad weather and damaged ships prevented him from searching further. He never saw his family again. Over the centuries, countless theories have emerged. One of the most accepted theories is that the colonists integrated with local tribes. Later, English settlers reported Native Americans with gray eyes and knowledge of English customs. Another theory suggests they were attacked. The Powhatan leader later claimed his tribe had wiped out the Roanoke colonists, but no physical evidence ever confirmed this. With no supply ships, the colonists may have starved, fallen to disease, or scattered in small groups trying to survive elsewhere. Spain, also colonizing the Americas, may have destroyed the colony to sabotage England's claims. But, again, no evidence supports this. In the 1930s, stones with inscriptions claiming to tell Eleanor Dare's story were found across the southeast. Some were proven fake, others are still debated. Today, Roanoke's mystery fuels novels, documentaries, and conspiracy theories. It's inspired everything from American Horror Story to historical exhibitions. But at its core is a tragic truth. Over 100 lives vanished without closure. The fate of Virginia Dare and the Lost Colony remains one of America's oldest cold cases, a haunting reminder of how fragile human plans can be, especially on the edges of the unknown. What happened to Roanoke may never be known, but the legend endures, a ghost colony whispering across 4 centuries, reminding us how easy it is to vanish and how hard it is to be remembered. Subscribe for more historical mysteries and unsolved legends. What do you think happened to the Lost Colony? Let us know in the comments.